Hey, what's up everyone? So something slightly different today. I'm going to be doing a sound redesign for Cyberpunk 2077. This is a project that I started about 2 years ago but had to put on hold because I just ended up being too busy. But hey, COVID, I have some time. So we're going to revisit something. I'm going to play the clip from front to back so that you can see what stuff is missing. There's a lot missing. It takes a long time to get through one of these redesigns and there's a lot of individual scenes. So it's not something that's very quick to flesh out. So I'm going to show you the full thing and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do and we'll give a breakdown as I go along. I'm going to interrupt myself for a second because while I'm editing this, my process is a little bit chaotic at the moment. It's not super clean because I haven't done a redesign in a while. So let's see the video as it currently stands at the beginning and I'll give a little bit of an explanation at the end as well. One scene that I did start but I never added more stuff to was this one. This scene. I threw in a couple of moments that I felt were important to get right. So, you know, that gunshot and him being hit in the face. I wanted it to be very punchy moments. So I like the gunshot. Like those, for me, are the most important elements. So it hits the face. And there's lots of body hits, there's lots of bullets, there's a bunch of stuff. So shouts out to Soundly because their support is fantastic. I let them know that I'm not making any money doing sound design at the moment, and I am primarily a live sound engineer. And I was like, hey, I don't really want to spend the $14.99 a month. Would you guys just give me like a period of time for free so I can just start working on a bit more of a portfolio? And they're like, yeah, sure. Here's 90 days free. Use this promo code. I mean, like, how can you argue with that? That's like some of the best support I've ever seen.
1 hour later.
So in terms of what I've added, this guy who gets hit. That's the first one. I'm going to add some like gore sound to it because even though you get the thunk, like the you don't hear any like blood splatter. We should add that. But that'll come, right? And then we have some other hits, which are a bit more randomly placed. So they just need some juiciness. That's literally just the sound of me punching a steak. And then I added some flybys, which if I crack this open, I did like ones like near, mid, and then far. And I've added some automation to all of these flybys. So you can see this is my automation, just swinging it from left to right, to like a varying amount, just based on where the camera is moving. So it's a camera change, so that one's a little less extreme, right? So that adds up to be like that. And you can hear some movement. And you can hear the hits of the body and there's some concrete hits. Even though you have that initial transient of the bullet hitting something, there's no tail to it. There's nothing like crumbling away. And that detail is what's going to make it feel a lot more rich. The other thing that I've done is I've added a mild compressor to a lot of this. Mild-ish, right? Just to help level a lot of that stuff out with like 5 millisecond, just enough to allow some of that transient through. I find Pro C2 is relatively transparent no matter how hard you hit it. If I wanted something that was a bit more aggressive, then I would use like the Wave C1. That's after, and then you can hear the difference is a bit more extreme. Actually, hearing that, I actually quite like it. So let's just balance the wet and dry a bit. That feels a bit more like scattered insane, right? And I did the same thing with these body shots, so similar kind of deal. We have the glass, and that's a bit too thunky, and I know exactly which one that is. It's making it thunky. It is this guy. So let's pull up. Didn't like the low end that it was doing. So let's pull this up. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. Maybe I can just shape the volume of this. So let's make that initial hit nice and juicy. And I'm probably gonna leave it there for today, and then we'll come back and we'll add some nice little embellishments on, like the some of the debris sound, some of the the debris sound from the bullets, a couple of different sounds for the bullet textures when they hit things, because currently it's like one kind of metal and one kind of concrete. And there needs a bit more variety just to add to a bit more of the chaos. And then some blood splatters. And then some Foley, of course, needs to be added as well. Because currently there's nothing. And there's no bullet fire either from the vehicle. And we're probably going to find something from a gun library for the machine guns. So that's cool. I'm going to hit save, and we're going to see what it's like in context with everything else. Cool, it's definitely getting there. We'll do some more tomorrow.